Okay. In fact, man's impact on the environment. This is not a difficult topic. Okay, it is something that we should be familiar with. All right, because it's happening every single day. This is what man does. Okay, and I need you to be familiar as well. Okay, you need to be familiar with this. You need to start thinking. Okay, you can contribute your ideas in the chat. Let's say you think of anything, right, to add on. It's good to write it in the chat. Okay, those very good points, I will add it into the slides. Right, so what are we learning about? Okay, so you take note, man's impact on his environment is referring to all of us, not somebody else, okay? So activities that we engage in can create positive as well as negative impact. Okay, of course, positive is good, but then we are more concerned with the negative. Why? Because it can bring us a lot of problem. Positive impact, we are all benefiting from it. However, when we have created something that is a problem to our natural environment, we might be suffering in the near future. Okay, so what are the ways we actually bring about negative impact on our environment? Take a look here. We can deplete natural resources, right? What's the meaning of depletion? Depletion means you are taking away, you are using up. Okay, so it's getting lesser and lesser. So these natural resources gets lesser. It is not good for us. It's bad news. Deforestation is another way. So deforestation implies cutting down of trees. We are reducing the forested area. Pollution. Okay, you learn about pollution, right? It happens every single day. Okay, pollution takes place all the time. Sometimes unknowingly we do it. Sometimes you take out something from your pocket and then the used tissue drop on the floor. It happens. Right? Sometimes not intentionally do it, but there are ways we can actually prevent this from happening. Okay, we can also reduce the chances of polluting our environment. Now, global warming. Okay, it has been an issue for many, many years. Global warming is what we experience all the time. Do you know that the Earth's temperature is rising? It is actually getting a lot hotter nowadays compared to long time ago. So in the past, it is not so warm, not so hot. Nowadays, you sit at a table. Okay, you sit at a dining table, just reading book or eating something, doing your work, etc. You can be perspiring. You all feel that? Okay, for no reason, you're not even engaged in tedious or strenuous activity. You can also perspire. Sitting down, watching the TV, you also feel like you're in an oven. Why is that happening? It's because of global warming. Okay, so you feel warm, but there are many living things in other parts of the world that are suffering because of global warming. They might even die, Okay, all of us just feel warm and we perspire and we are complaining nonstop. But there are living things in the world, okay, in other places, they may even die. So you are going to find out more about these things today. Okay, depletion of natural resources. What are the natural resources that we are using a lot and they may even be used up? One is fossil fuel. What's the meaning of fossil fuel? Fossil fuel actually are from the dead living things. They take many, many, many years to form, thousands of years. Okay, we don't have thousands of years in our lifetime. We don't even have maybe 100 years in our lifetime. Average lifespan is about 60 plus, 70 plus. Yeah, there are people who live up to 80 plus. Okay, I have a friend whose mother is 100 years old. Okay, but not that many of these people around, isn't it? Okay, my grandma passed on around 91 years old. Okay, and I was so sad. Okay, so treasure your time, with your family. Okay, especially our elders, right? Spend more time with them. I regretted not spending enough time with my grandma. Okay, just to share. Right now, let's see. I have some chats here. Natural resources. Yep. Yeah, I see a lot of comments here, input here. Good. Yeah. Good. Okay, so you are sharing about positive things, the negative things. Yeah, it's true. Now, fossil fuel, you see, how do we actually use them up? Okay, we are using excessively, too quickly. Okay, they are going to be depleted. And then remember, we don't have thousands of years in our lifetime to get more of it. So what's going to happen? One fine day, we might not have electricity anymore. Okay, one fine day, you cannot have aircon anymore, not even fan. Okay, because if we don't have fossil fuel, we are not going to get our energy. You're right. Okay, fossil fuel, yeah, one of it is coal because it's natural. Something that comes from the natural environment is not man-made. Yeah, use paper fan. We can use paper fan, true, but you have to manually do it all the time. Okay, but when you're sleeping, you can't manually fan yourself, right? That's the problem. That can happen. Okay, so coal, right? This is a very huge coal mine. So these looks like a lot to you, but our entire world, the earth, has a lot of people. Everybody needs to use this. We don't directly use it like, with our hands, we take it and we use it, but we are using it in our daily life. You might not know, okay? But with awareness, you will come to understand that we are actually constantly using up our natural resources. So this is one example, fossil fuel. Okay, we also have minerals and a lot of raw metals underground. All right. So when you see when you look at those metallic stuff, there are many of this, like our utensils. We are using fork and spoon, the metal ones, right? Yeah, of course we have plastic ones, but a lot of times we use the metal ones because they last very long. Correct? They are the stainless steel. Where do they come from? It's not man-made. It doesn't drop from the sky. It's found actually in the ground, underground. So we have a lot of raw materials. For example, where do we get our iron? Iron is used to make steel. Okay, so when you have stainless steel and stuff like that, in general, we use iron to make them. Okay, so this is iron is used to make steel. Steel is used to make table legs, chair legs. Okay, sometimes we use it to make doors. Sometimes we use it to make key. We use it to make our utensils. There are so many stainless steel items that we are using. So iron is actually from the ground. It comes from a piece of rock. Okay, we call it hematite. You might not know this. You need not know this, but I'm just sharing. Okay, iron actually comes from a piece of rock that is hematite. Okay, so we extract the iron from that rock. And that iron is then converted into stainless steel, etc. Okay. So minerals underground, some minerals they even talk about gemstone. Okay, it's found in cave, underground, etc. So all these are being depleted. Okay, once they are removed, they cannot be replaced. Trees from the forest are also cut down. We talked about, using paper fan earlier. Yeah, paper, where do they come from? They come from trees, right? Trees are also used to make furniture. You must have a lot of wooden furniture at home as well. Okay, so the more we want to keep changing, let's say you use your wardrobe for probably 2 years, then you feel like, oh yeah, I don't like the design anymore, I want to change it. Then you buy a new wardrobe. You see how many wardrobes will one person keep changing if this happened? Correct? Now, every 2 years, a new wardrobe. Every 2 years, a new wardrobe. And what happened to the old ones? It got dismantled. It got disposed of. Right? So we are wasting resources this way. Yeah, also waste a lot of money. True. Okay? Yeah, true. Yeah, correct. Priya says, I don't do that. I don't waste it. Well done. Well done. Okay, so there are things that we use for a long, long time, like this particular mug that I have. Okay, this is a stainless steel mug. I have used this for 20 over years. I have been using this for 20 over years. I just calculated the time I've been using it. Then I was sharing with my children last night, hey, mommy used this for 20 over years. Then they were shocked. Yeah, they were shocked. I'm also shocked. I don't remember I have used it for so many years, but it's true. Yep, the original cover already is lost. It was a plastic cover. I've lost it, but this is the stainless steel mug that I have. It keeps my coffee warm. It doesn't keep my coffee as warm as before because after so many years, its function will definitely not be as good as before, but I didn't throw it away because it still is very good. Yeah, it still looks good, right? Don't you think? Yeah, so I can keep on using it maybe for another 10 years. Yeah, so stuff like that. You see, how many of you, the mug that you're using at home is not the same one 5 years ago? Maybe even 2 years ago. Sometimes you drop it, you break it, isn't it? Mine, I dropped my cup before. Yeah, Tommy, you said something?
No, mine is actually a Nutella glass one.
Correct.
I am very careless.
Actually, every time.
Okay, yeah, very careless. Brian, don't be so careless. Yeah, Priya says my cup looks so new. Yeah, Lord, I also think so. I wish that sometimes I wish that it would look very old and it doesn't serve its function already, then I can get a new one. But somehow it just lasted so long. Okay.
I'm using the same cup that I used since like maybe I was 5 or something.
Really? So your cup is also like used 7 years, probably? Good. So these are things that we can actually keep using. Okay, later on we will talk about how we can help to conserve the environment, right? And the natural resources. Yeah, correct. If you are using ceramic cup, glass, okay, it can be easily damaged if you're not careful. If you drop it, it can break. If you hit it against something, the handle might break as well. So sometimes you can't reuse these items because they pose a danger to you. Once a cup, let's say, has a chip or the handle is broken, you can cut yourself if you still continue to use it. Okay, so no matter what, even though I say you must help to conserve natural resources, okay, help to save our environment, don't do dangerous things like this. Okay, it has got to, there must be a limit to what we do. Yeah. Okay, Hannah is here.
I used ceramic plate last time and then I broke it.
Yeah, same here. So we have got to be very careful. Okay, I marked Hannah's attendance ready. Hello, morning, Hannah. Okay. All right. Okay, so fish. Do you know that fishermen actually fish for a lot of fish for self-consumption as well as for their livelihood? That means they sell the fish in order to get money. So sometimes they may overdo it, right? So overfishing can happen. It's okay, Hannah. Yeah, thank you for being here. Now, so overfishing is another big issue here. Okay, not too sure if you know, but many years back, they were talking about it, overfishing. They even talk about sharks. Okay, like how me being a Chinese, I'm guilty of it too. Okay, when I was younger, I enjoy having this delicacy, shark fin soup. Right now. Okay, you all heard about it, right? I mean, Chinese have it a lot during major celebration. It's a very expensive dish. Okay, so when we have weddings, when we have important celebration, birthday, we actually take shark fins. Actually, shark fins is tasteless, honestly. Okay, what is nice is actually the soup, the way it's being cooked. Then we add in vinegar, we add in pepper. So it's the soup that tastes good, actually not the shark fin. Shark fin has no taste. Okay, it's only like, it's tasteless, but it's a little bit crunchy, but at the same time, it's very smooth or something. Then, very smart thing is, okay, technology so advanced, man created something that is fake. It's not the real shark fin. They use certain food material to create something that has the texture of shark fin. So we are actually using that now rather than the real one. Okay, do you know why you should not be taking shark fin? What happened is fishermen, right, when they catch a shark, they just immediately cut off the fin. they will throw the shark back into the sea. It is so cruel. The shark will not survive.